Sombra, the new character for Overwatch, was officially unveiled at BlizzCon, and you got the chance to play her. You and Joey were also doing a live stream yesterday where you played her in the PTR. She is live in PTR servers for Overwatch. You could just go play that now if you own the game on PC. And then just set the servers to PTR instead of like Americas region. Or whatever, whatever your region is. So I just want to bring you on now that you've played her. You said you played a few matches with her. I was watching Joey, who was really good at Overwatch, playing as her yesterday. He's better than you, just so you know.
That's what I heard too.
We can 1v1 this later.
So our suspicion was that Sombra was going to be an attack character. A lot of people's suspicion, and that rings true. Can you tell me what you think about her after playing with her?
I think she's a lot of fun. I think that she is more than just an assault character. I think she is placed into the assault category, but she's kind of that hybrid that you were kind of requesting for, when we talked about this last week. She does more than just kill people, right? Essentially, she has a hack ability, which is super useful for multiple reasons. You can hack not only enemy opponents, which will leave them only with their primary left click firing ability, or console would be whatever your trigger button is, and their passive. So Genji can still wall run or wall hop and stuff and double jump, but he can't use his dashing strike ability. Sure. And so it basically renders them mostly useless, right? Because they can't get away, they can't use their core abilities, and then it lets your teammates mop them up. And then on top of that, she can also hack health packs, which are very key, obviously, to Overwatch, because you most likely only have one or two healers, so you generally want to be able to use health packs to heal yourself, right? But she can deny the enemy the use of health packs. And on top of that, by hacking a health pack, it makes that health pack come back sooner. So then your teammates get more health packs, essentially, right? So she's this hybrid class in a way that's mostly, I feel like, almost the most unique character in the game, because she can play in very different styles, I guess. You can kind of play that infiltrator, harassing / just hack, and just bring so much utility to your team, I guess. She
does. She strikes me as Tracer mixed with a healer in a weird indirect way through the health packs, mixed with, I don't even know, maybe what other character, I don't know why it's not coming to mind. What other characters debuff other...
Zenyatta does Discord, but you're not really gaining that utility necessarily.
Well, I guess Ana kind of does for her sleep dart. You can cancel people's abilities.
Yeah, I guess you could relate it in that way, because hacking does do kind of negate abilities, as well as her EMP, which is her ultimate ability, which is going to be very useful and going to be part of big combos or denials, because it's basically okay, if a Lucio pops his ultimate and gives everyone an overshield, and she knows that or sees that because the audio cues and whatnot, and she happens to be near all those people, as long as they're within line of sight, she can EMP, which is her ult, and then it'll negate all of the shield. And
it's line of sight. I thought it was proximity.
No, so it's line of sight.
So it's Deadeye more?
It's Deadeye and Diva. If it's there, it's a big AoE, but if you're behind the wall, you won't get affected by it.
Okay. Yeah, it's always tough to tell completely how she plays as a member of a team when PTR, when it's 5v5 or 5 Sombras in each team with a Reinhardt or something. I don't know. But it's always fun with a new character with Ana and everybody. I was watching the YouTube, the reveal trailer, just I was watching I was reading the comments on our live stream, which went to YouTube, and they were people were asking how would this affect that? How would this affect that? And people were saying well, can Junkrat put his steel trap on her teleporter, and people are saying, yeah, he can. So if he's smart enough and knows what he's doing and knows Sombra, he could do that. Another thing, apparently if she uses the hack, the cancel hack on Hanzo, when he has one of his unique arrows out, either the sonar or the spread, it'll lock him to that arrow. He can't switch to the other one because it cancels out or whatever. Yeah,
because it locks you out from having the ability to swap. It's the same with another example of that kind of situation is Lucio. If you're in the speed trance version or whatever, you're stuck in that version until the hack wears off. So you can't switch to heal, or if you're heal, you can't switch to the speed version.
If you're fast enough as Sombra, you can also cancel Junkrat's chain on someone. If you throw the hack thing at someone else quickly, you can cancel his chain.
You're talking about Roadhog?
What did I say?
You said Junkrat.
Oh, I already said the Junkrat steals. Yeah, Roadhog. Sorry, it's chain.
But it's also if you throw it early enough, it still comes out. It doesn't stop. It's a very weird and interesting. I mean, again, it's in PTR. There are certain things that she can hack, and certain instances that she can hack and stop things completely. And then sometimes it doesn't. You know what I mean? So it's a case by case situation. It's kind of like what we talked about yesterday when a lot of people were asking questions of like what you can and can't do. Like you can stop a McCree ult if he's mid channel, like, but I think apparently like the stuff that's continuous, it won't get stopped. Like I think once Winston's in his rage form, you can't hack him to like unrage him, or like if Soldier's got his going on already, like it doesn't stop his either. Like it'll just keep going.
From your time with her, do you see her being more effective as like focusing on one area, like kind of being a skirmisher or a pest, or focusing just on the health pack hacks, or focusing just on, actually attacking? Do you think she would be useful as a jack of all trades throughout each match, or do you think someone really needs to focus on one thing?
It's hard to say. I mean, she does.
Sorry,
have
she just
that
seems
ability.
like such a complicated character, like in terms of what you're thinking about throughout each match.
Yeah, I think it's gonna definitely depend on the game type. I feel like, right? Like I feel like capture point stuff is like you definitely want to get health pack domination, so to speak. Payload, maybe not so much with the health packs. You know what I mean? Like it's still important, but it's not as important as like capture the point. And in terms of being a pest, I feel like that's kind of what you want to be in a way. You want to try to get to the back line and get to the healers, and do as much damage to the weaker people that you can. Her passive basically makes it, like when I think enemies are below 50%, you kind of see this like infrared highlighted through like walls and stuff, almost like pseudo Widowmaker. And you want to pick those people off because like her SMG is pretty good, like short range, but it's not going to do like a lot of damage. So it's not like she's going to be killing that many people. She's more like to finish people off, or like with her hack that then allows your team to kill those people because they don't have like their escape abilities and whatnot. So she's like a weird assault utility. Like she is kind of like a jack of all trades in a way, I guess.
Yeah, because I would classify her as like assault support hybrid, but again, like you could just be a pure assault like Tracer and kind of just darting in and out if you wanted to.
Her damage won't be as good as Tracer's though.
Sure, and her mobility, because people can also read where you're about to teleport, whereas Tracer, you can go in any direction if they see where
you threw it, but you can leave it behind, and you do have a good amount of time to like relocate back like 15 seconds later. So she's one of those characters that has like a high skill ceiling, but like she's going to be very dangerous, I feel like, in the right hands, and very important in like even the new quick play, which is you can only have one of each class. I think she's going to be important, especially in the current meta of the game. Where
she's definitely not. If I was playing quick play, she's not a character I'd jump in as right now and screw my team over. Yeah, I just stick to McCree or my girl Zarya, as I always do.
Yeah. So Zarya is interesting too, because if you have like Zarya's shield up, you can't actually hack Zarya, but then if your shield if it's not up, then she can hack you and you can't use your abilities, obviously.
So judging by that, if Zarya is shielding someone else, does that also prevent them from getting hacked?
If the bubble is on that person, then that person can't get hacked. It's like Reinhardt, where if he has his shield up, you can't hack him in front of him, but if you invis or something or get behind a Reinhardt that you see has his shield up, you can then hack him from behind.
That's interesting, because at the end of that infiltration short video, they showed Zarya come in as like the bodyguard of that leader or whatever, or like I don't know what the whole like implication was, they're having Zarya go kill Sombra or something, or just bodyguard the guy.
Maybe bodyguard.
Regardless, she seems like a super interesting character, especially like I said, I really like those hybrid characters, and that's what I was hoping for, and I think people assumed. I do like that, I like characters like even Zarya, kind of. You have a few different duties with her when you're playing. You can, if you're good enough and shielding people enough, you can use her for damage, especially if you're up close. And then the Graviton Surge for my favorite ult. I'm just going off on a tangent talking about Zarya now because I love her.
It's all good. She's somewhat topical. She was in the trailer.
Yeah. And like you said, she can cancel out the hack if she's fast enough, because those shields don't last long, but you just need to know when to cast them.
It's true.
Cool. So obviously when are we going to have her on
I don't think
PS4,
there's a specific
PC?
date. A lot of people have been speculating that, like when they did Ana on PTR, she kind of came out like almost like a week or two after. A nice period of time, if you kind of just think like chronologically in terms of time, is that season 2 is going to end soon. I think season 3, if I remember right, starts like early December or like end of November. And there's like, instead with this season transferring from 2 to 3, they're shortening the gap of how long it's going to be between seasons, whereas like 1 to 2 was apparently like 3 weeks. They're only going to have a 1 week break this time.
Okay.
So I feel like having her come out that week, like towards that, like right when season 2 ends and before season 3 starts, is a good time, because it'll give players enough time, like, I have a week to learn how to use Sombra or like play Sombra, and that'll kind of give them prep time for season 3, essentially. But I don't know. I haven't seen a specific like date, but definitely this year from what it seems like. So
Sure. Pete, I always kind of like bring up Overwatch to you. I know you haven't gotten really into it.
Why must you keep throwing me under the
him under
bus?
No.
Yes, this character makes me want to play Overwatch.
Yeah, do play it. What about her like seems appealing, or just all the characters are kind of
So
appealing.
correct me if I'm wrong, but she has an ability where you can throw an object and use that to teleport to wherever it goes.
yeah, so basically she has like a device that you can either set behind,
Right.
go forward, then
Yeah.
relocate, or you can even use it as a mobility tool where like you can throw it in front of you
Right.
and then like relocate. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
that sounds
essentially-
rad. That alone sounds super interesting to me.
Yeah.
And you can do that while you're invisible.
Yeah.
Well,
One of the
hell.
abilities.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
So any worries about her being OP? I know you mentioned there was a few examples where perhaps, a specific character's abilities would negate some of her her advantages.
Yeah.
But does it seem like that across the board, or is it really just one or two exceptions?
I mean, it's really hard to say. I think everyone, when they first see her and see her toolkit, like immediately go, "Oh my God, she's OP!"
Right,
just
right,
because
right.
of like what she can do, right? But
There's give and take.
It's like a natural reaction, right? Like, I feel like it's kind of like a give and a take. And I feel like Overwatch is the type of game where it's very rock paper scissors. There's always like a hard counter, right? Like even yesterday when we were playing on the PTR, when somebody finally got frustrated, like I'm so sick of these Sombras, they go Winston, and Winston is like such a hard counter because he's in your face, and like unless you set up one of those devices to relocate, you're not getting away from him, and you're
Right.
probably gonna die because she doesn't have like that much health. She has 200 health, but like she can't fight him up close, like one-on-one. You know what I mean?
Does the hacking take a little bit, like you were saying?
Yeah, it takes like it's like a 2 to 3 second channeling, and I believe if you get hit, it stops you from channeling.
Yeah,
it.
people are also saying Mei is a good counter for her too because of her
Exactly.
constant ice stream that
So then-
won't let you even start hacking.
Yeah.
Does the channeling of the hack or whatever stop when you teleport?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It wouldn't. That would be that's some crazy good.
Right.
Gotcha.
So you need to pick and choose when you actually start the hack or even go for it.
Yeah.
If you have a character like as if I needed another reason to hate playing against Mei's.
Yeah, May all day.
I know. I
Maybe.
know you're good with Mei. That's why I want to get you off this set right now. No, just kidding. So cool. That is Sombra. She's the new character that we were suspecting for a while with all the leaks and that alternate reality thing they were doing.
The ARG?
Not augmented. Yeah. What is ARG?
Alternate reality.
Alternate
game?
reality game. Yeah. I was getting it confused with augmented. Very different. But yeah, so that's Sombra. She's on PTR servers on Steam. If you go and play on PC right now, you
Definitely not on Steam.
Sorry, she's on PTR servers through Blizzard.net, and you can play as her right now.
Battle.net?
Battle. Oh my God.
Yeah, I love this.
Battle. You know what I'm saying? You can go play Sombra on PTR servers on Battle.net, BattleNet, whatever you want to call it. And she's not on PS4 now. We don't have any word on when she'll be there, but like Erick Tay said, probably right around when Season 3 is getting ready to launch.
I'd speculate.
Cool.
Hard to say though.
Awesome.